Hey, girl, hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Virginia.
Virginia and Pamela is back.
That was so fun. I
was.
loved annoying you.
It was so good. Like, Corey saw the little video that you put on, and he goes, "Does she do that the whole podcast?" I said, "No, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Are you kidding me? I would not have been able to make it through.
I just love that you just let me go with it. And
I
he's
did.
just giggling because Josh listened and he goes, "What you did in the beginning was a little ridiculous."
Oh, shut up,
Calm
Josh.
down, Dad.
Stop being a stick in the mud.
Yeah. You got a hot flash?
I sure do.
What is it?
I really feel like God is picking favorites.
Oh gosh, why?
Because
Why?
there's some of us that, we come from the era or the generation of tan skin.
Oh.
Okay? And he's totally fucking picking favorites because I can have on the darkest self-tanner that you can buy, 2 coats, and stand next to you, and I look like a woman from the Victorian era that has the fucking flu. And I'm just real tired of it, okay?
Girl, pump those hate brakes. Pump those hate brakes.
I'm hating over here because God's picking favorites. Tan skin is so pretty to me. And Corey is so tan, too.
Corey is
He's
very
got that
tan.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
He's just so handsome. But anyways, I have to put on self-tanner, and I feel like the first 2 days it's good,
Yeah.
and then I'm white as can be again. I do tan well,
You do.
but
You gotta be careful.
I have to be careful, skin cancer. But if I could just say fuck it and get in a tanning bed and not worry about cancer or like how long I get to be here, I would. Mm-hmm. I love it.
I would do it too.
I love tan skin. Like, what if I just get to go in the tanning bed if I promise to put on lotion all the time? I feel like that's a fair trade because I do pretty good at
Can
the
somebody
lotion.
come up with a lotion that keeps the skin cancer away and you can still get into the tanning bed?
Yeah.
Genius.
If there was a pill you could take for tan skin, I would invest.
There is.
I know, but I don't know
There's a
about
vitamin.
that. There's one that you can snort. Have you seen that one?
No, I've only seen the vitamin.
Yeah, so there's one that you can snort, and it's like in an Afrin looking bottle, like
Weird.
or whatever. Yeah, and you can snort it. Yeah. But God is picking favorites with Courtney because she currently looks very Basque, and she spent a week in the Chunky Dunk Tipsy Tank.
Oh, yeah, 1 week.
And I'm
maybe
not
a few days.
happy about it. It's not fair. It's not fair.
I'm sorry.
She's been looking up shades for her white ass best
I
friend.
did.
But I got to pull up some pictures because I used to tan really good, and now I'm just scared of it, I guess. And because I am 41 and I get those ugly melasma spots.
Yeah, I try to keep it off my face now.
I got
used
them
to
on my
not
legs.
care. Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
stupid.
forget that you get those.
Yeah.
It's little, like, freckly marks.
Yeah, I have them on my arms, too. It's like I'm a good mix of my mom and my dad. Mm-hmm. Mom's red hair, fair skin. Dad had black hair, dark skin.
Mm-hmm. My mom and dad are like that, too. I just got all my dad. My sister got a lot of my mom.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry.
God's picking favorites,
He
period.
did, but you got the eyelashes. You got a couple of things. You got the real titties.
I stole them from my entire family is what I did. What's your hot flash? What's pissing you off?
It's so... A couple of people might go, hey, I say that.
Oh.
But
I'm
not... It's not... Okay, let me tell you why it's a hot flash. Mm-hmm. What it is the people that say, love that for you. Love that for you. And the reason why I don't like it is because it comes off as... Are you backhanded commenting me.
Right.
It's almost like, bless your heart, sweetie.
Yeah, almost like you're sharing something with somebody and they're annoyed by it and they're like, love that for you.
Mm-hmm. But not me. I don't love
Right.
that. I would never. But
would never.
But I love that for you. It's just confusing to me. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of my hot flash because I'm like, are you like genuinely, oh my God, I love that for you? Or are you like, I love that for you?
So what if the people that you really feel like it's coming from backhanded, what if you follow it up with, can you elaborate on that?
Why do you love that for me?
Why do you love that for me?
Oh my God.
Because it would totally show the people that are doing it.
Yeah, you stump some people.
Yeah. And they stumble. Or they come in it gracefully and be like, because I know you have really wanted this and I love for you that you got it.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you elaborate further on that?
Can you elaborate? That's what I just said. Can you elaborate that for me?
Dude, I've listened to some of our podcasts.
You caught a lot of
there's a couple of
bullshit.
times I'm like, what in the hell am I trying to say?
Yeah. Maybe we should enunciate and elaborate.
Yeah, maybe we should elaborate on that.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, somebody might get annoyed, but it's not that I don't like the phrase. It's that I want to know the meaning behind it.
Right. And I feel like you could probably sense who's saying it in a loving way, in a meaningful way. But then there's some people you're like,
girl,
I think you're full of...
They had a lot of shade
shit
behind it. Yeah. Well, welcome to Adventures of Des and Cort. I'm Cort.
And I'm Des.
We went on a wine tour, self wine tour last week. That was fun.
So fun.
We went on a Friday. We went early and stopped at a few places. We found a newer one.
I'm so excited about that one. I was telling Corey about it.
I told Josh too. He was like, do they have a membership? But it's called Dunning Estates. And they have, it's so cute. The motif is Western on the inside. Love that for you.
Love that for you, Cort. Love it.
And they have a cute, like, little stand that's outside that is a, like, what are they?
It's got, like, local honey and
breads,
jellies. Yeah.
What did she call it? I want to say pay as you go, but no.
I mean, similar.
Yeah.
It wasn't staffed or anything. There was like a Venmo code that you can scan and a cash box sitting in there.
You just sign in what you were going to take.
That is so Idaho.
It was the cutest.
I loved it.
It was very pretty. Not a lot of people know about it yet, so go check it out.
Go before they know.
Go before they know, girl.
Yeah. And their bread.
They gonna know. I know, their sourdough.
So freaking good.
So good.
So good. I had a slice of it with breakfast yesterday. And it was so freaking good. Corey made a sandwich out of it. You know, but I brought the bread home and he tried it before I did. But he said, I didn't even have to clean the knife. It just cut right through and it was clean.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff, guy. One of our other favorites is Carey Hill Winery, and that one's beautiful. They always have Friday and Saturday. They have food truck, music.
Yeah.
Well, it's Saturday and Sunday. Friday they have music. I don't know if they have food truck, but they have a little house above it that you can rent.
It's beautiful. Billy Braun was there singing on Friday, and I you see someone and you're like, oh, but when he started singing, he has a great voice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one.
Me too. And it's Idaho Wine Month, so just wanted to kind of talk about we had a great time.
It was such a good time catching up with a couple of ladies that we haven't seen in a while and just
enjoying the day.
And we all four had just come out of the graduation chaos, so it was nice to be around people that had been through it like us too and not felt... And you didn't feel like, oh, God, you didn't feel alone in it. How's that?
And nobody even really wanted to talk about it too much.
Nope, it was great.
Just talk about something else, girl.
Yeah. Let's get away from them kids.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this. saw this thing on Facebook, and it said something along the lines of social batteries and how you have to basically tell the people that you love that I love you so much, but I spent a lot of time with you and now I need a few days alone. Mm-hmm. And you feel guilty for it.
A lot of time with people or you? Like that person?
Like people in general. Like if you go camping for the weekend, right? And you've got your kids and your spouse and even your just being around people in general, a big crowd of people. And then your social battery is just like tanked. And it's like you feel guilty for it. Like I'm not like what the hell is wrong with me? Because I see people who are social all the freaking time. And I'm like, are they not tired?
Yeah, I totally get that. Mine is kind of like that. Like, there's certain people that I could be around all the time.
Right.
But then there's people that those people are because they'll just shh. And we can sit in a room
you and I
together
can
quietly.
Sit for 2 hours and not even speak to each other.
But there are times I feel like it's like an ebb and flow with that social battery. Or is yours always that way? Mine, sometimes I feel like when I'm in a better mood or groove or time of year, I can take a little recharge and I can come back pretty easy. But then there's certain times when it's a certain time of year or I have a certain mood and it's like I need definitely double that time.
Yes. So like in the summertime, I feel like I can handle more. And I think it's because the sun's out and there's so much more for us to do because sometimes our winters can be super long.
Yep.
I feel like I can recharge quicker in the summertime and in the wintertime. Like if it's 2 weekends in a row plus 2 weeks of
Parties.
Our regular work and, you know, our volunteering that we do.
Or
and
Christmas parties.
Oh, gosh, December just about kills me every year. And I always feel guilty because I do enjoy those things and I do enjoy being around those people. And I get upset with myself like, why am I so fucking mentally spent?
I think it's funny.
I hate it.
The things that you beat yourself up about and that I beat myself up about. That's one thing that I'm like, I will not beat myself up about that. I just need some time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take it unless somebody in my house is making me feel bad about it.
Yeah. Are you going to do anything?
But I just don't beat myself up about that one. I'm like, and I would rather be honest with you. I just need a downtime.
Yeah. I've gotten better about being honest about it.
Yeah.
Like when we hosted at my house that meeting and there was about 14 people there. And I started the meeting with, I'm socially exhausted. If I look like a bitch during this meeting. Yeah. If I look like a bitch during this meeting, it's not because I'm mad about anything. I'm just socially spent. And I actually had somebody say something a couple of days later after that meeting about it.
And then also people don't need explanations.
I know. I don't know why I feel like I have to justify my...
If somebody comes up to you and says, girl, you seem annoyed,
you know what I mean?
Sure. But beforehand, fuck them.
I know. I just never want anyone to feel like, God, she opened her home to all these people and she looked like a total bitch the whole time.
I know.
You know, it's the people pleaser.
Well, I get that. And I wouldn't want them to either. But at the same time, I would be like, well, if somebody asks me, then until then.
Yeah.
You don't ask me, we don't got a problem.
It's funny the things we notice about ourselves, though. But when I read that thing on Facebook, I'm like, oh my God, it's totally me.
Mm-hmm. I think as we get older, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
The social battery piece. And I notice that more. The more, I think the older you get to, the more you notice, they can't do it all either.
Yeah.
Because they are also crying on the inside while they're at this
Right.
party.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, when are these people going to crash and burn and tell you, like, I can't take it anymore? Because I feel like sometimes I get too honest. I'm like, I'm losing my fucking mind. I got to go home.
Well, I don't think you've ever done that. To me,
I want to
you
to
have,
you. I've
maybe.
said to you before, I'm like, I had to go. I got to go.
We gotta go. I'm not feeling it. Well, let me put my coat on.
Yeah. that was the best exit in history.
We were at a wreath making class, and it was hot, and it was November, December?
Yeah, I think it was November.
So we were already a little bit peopled out from stuff going on.
Uh-huh.
There was a lot of people there. We had a couple drinks. It was hot as hell. We finished our wreath.
So freaking
It was a Friday night.
Yeah.
We had sat and socialized, and I was done. And Desiree and I, when we're done. We're leaving.
Yeah.
I stood up and said, well, let me put my coat on. Time to go.
I was...
In front of everybody. Instead of just saying,
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. I got it. This was so much fun. But
you pushed a seat out. Well, let me put my coat on.
So now
I was like, we're going? Yes.
Sometimes, and that's the people pleaser in Des. So she does speak up sometimes ahead of time because she's trying to do that. But a lot of times when she's dying on the inside, she's not saying anything.
I'm waiting for Courtney to die just a little bit.
And I'm the one that's like, it's coming out. And y'all
let me put my coat on.
Time to go. So now, we say that a lot when we're ready to leave. Well, time to put the coat on.
It's so good. That's such a dad move. Well, let me put my coat on.
God, so, such a dad move.
I love it.
We're getting, speaking of being older, I had somebody come to Isaac's graduation party. Can I say who it was?
I don't care. She don't listen.
Danielle and Aaron came to Isaac's graduation party. And the next morning, like first thing, I get a text. Hey, what kind of toilet paper do you use? Because we love how soft it is and we love the wavy lines in it. And I'm like, this is a 40-year-old conversation if I ever had a 40-year-old conversation. Because when you're younger, you're broke as fuck and you're buying whatever the shit toilet paper.
Yeah.
You take it from your mom.
For sure.
Maybe take it from work.
Yep. Been there. Been there.
You might be using some coffee filters. You might be using some paper towels.
Yep.
Then you hit 40 and you're like, that's one thing I'm not skimming on.
Yeah.
I'm purchasing good toilet paper.
And see, I don't like think about toilet paper, but Corey definitely does.
Josh does too.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
It's a guy
dudes
thing.
are always thinking about their butts.
Well, they got lots of hair down there.
Oh, gross. God. Cut that out. We got to edit that.
No, we don't.
But I did notice the wavy lines in your toilet paper, and I was like, she's always so fancy with her bullshit.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I'm like, this is the prettiest toilet paper I ever saw.
I literally had, when she texted me, I was like, it must be like the quilting or something that's got like, it must wave in the quilting of it. And then I went back to go send her those one I get from Costco.
Yeah, when you tear it off, it's got a pretty wavy line.
I never noticed it.
That's so funny. But it is a total 40-year-old conversation. Like, what kind of toilet paper do you use and how diversified is your portfolio? Like,
serious conversations.
Dumb shit we talk about.
Yeah.
At 40.
Oh, God.
Sitting on the porch, watching,
Are you
the sun.
Over or a under?
Over, always. I hate it when you change the role at work.
You change
Because you go under.
I go under, so...
I know.
Well, I try. I don't... Honestly, at work, I don't even pay attention. I just put it on. Mm-hmm. But if I do put it under and you change it back, I change it back.
I know. And I've changed it back again.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ongoing war.
Somebody said, if you're the one changing the toilet paper or it's at your house, who who do you think you are coming
Yeah,
into
Jen and Pump said that.
somebody else's house, changing the way they like to do their toilet paper? How entitled is that?
So, I have done it
I
one
know you
time
have.
at your house, but not because I thought like, oh, I'm right, she's wrong. I just was like,
Wanted
I'm
to
gonna fuck
with
with
me.
her. It's like the dick gate.
It is. I notice it less now.
Uh-huh.
I used to notice it more, but it's over here, and I spend a lot more time here
Yeah.
than I do at home.
So was Josh like an under when you guys
my
got
mom.
together?
It was my mom at my parents' house, and I don't think she's an under girl anymore.
She's an over now,
But
but
it
you kept the under.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Corey did
So
before we got
weird.
together, but
But why? Like, what's the difference? Like, is there a thought behind this?
so I don't think so. There is for some people, but I grew up in an over house. So that's just the way I do it, just like that's why you go under. But I have heard people say that it's easier to find when it's over. Which is so weird to me. Like, I'm not searching that hard for the edge of the
It's
toilet
usually
paper.
right there.
Right. I mean, unless you're like ripping it and it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Those kind of people
Yeah.
that clog the toilet with so much toilet paper.
Yes.
But I have seen the blueprints.
I
of toilet
have
paper,
seen that.
and it's over.
Well, who made the blueprint?
The inventor, and you can't go tell the inventor they invented their invention wrong.
It's one of those things that you could say, why is your way better than my way?
It's not. It's just toilet paper.
Well, now you got to let us know. And I think I'm in the very minority on this.
I think you are too.
Are you
'Cause
an
when
over
you're-
girl or an under girl?
When your house cleaner comes,
She does it over.
because she can she can fold it pretty.
Yeah.
There ain't no pretty folding in under and.
So I always use it that way and then I flip it back.
You do? Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. Girl, that looked nice, but no thank you.
Flip it back and then she flips it back when she comes back. I love you, Darren.
So,
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh my God, that was Jinx,
Yep.
Pinchbucky, or me a Coke. I was going to say that I saw something funny that said, I wish Dolly Parton's song was working 10 to 2.
I could totally get behind that. I could take 10 to noon. For real.
And then I saw somebody say, working 10 to 2. Ain't no way I'll make a living working 10 to 2. Probably better cared for in prison.
I've got a theory on this, though. If you had, like, because really, think about how many times does it take somebody in our job 8 hours to complete their tasks? Like, during a refi boom or whatever, absolutely. I mean, sometimes
then.
it's a 12-hour day.
But if you came in, sure, 12-hour day because you have people calling you on top of stuff, but your, like, actual tasks for that day are probably done in 4 hours.
Exactly. So if companies would pay
Oh, good. Yeah.
the same salary and show, like, you only have to work 4 hours until your tasks are done. So, like, you come in and you have X amount of tasks.
Here's your salary.
Per day. Here's your salary. If I can crank that out in 2 hours, why am I being punished with 6 more hours of micromanaged life?
Wandering around trying to find something to do.
Yes. When you could pay that same salary, somebody gets their task done. I don't give a shit if you get it done in 3 hours.
Yeah, you could cut costs down as a company too.
Well, and you already have that expectation of the salary, but then you have an employee who is happy, has work-life balance, and now they're committed to your company.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
totally
that's
agree.
my theory on that.
And if you have a bunch of people that can get work done faster, your overhead's probably less.
Yeah.
You got less people.
Because you ain't got the lights on that long.
No lights on. You ain't heating and cooling it as much as you were. You got less trash. Less chance of people hurting themselves. Just kidding.
That workman's comp is a bitch.
What you got, sister?
So I sent this to my mom yesterday because it was so funny. How things change, right? So much, and you don't realize how much they change until you're older and then you see something like you used to do as a kid. So I saw this thing on Facebook and it said, I'm so old, I remember making an ashtray for my parents in art class.
Yes.
And it's so true.
Oh my God.
I remember like the color of the clay and everything, and like using my little pinky finger to put the indents for where they would set their cigarette.
That's hilarious.
And they used it.
I bet that bitch is heavy.
It was so heavy. And then you'd write your little name on the bottom of the ashtray.
Desiree.
Yep.
With a flower or something.
No, I was not doing anything extra in art. You know this. I made the ashtray and I took it home to Dee and Bill.
That's hilarious.
Could you imagine now if like your kids brought home an ashtray from art class?
No, we need an episode of 90s shit we
Nostalgia.
did and 90s nostalgia.
Absolutely.
I saw something
Maybe we should do that next week.
Yeah, along the lines that said, how does it feel to be the last generation to live without social media? Like, as kids. It's wild.
Yeah.
I guess
Wild West.
Jesus. Why'd I say it?
It came out
Well,
so
let me
good.
put my coat on. Time to go.
Time to go.
I guess unless somebody doesn't let their kid have social media, but the fact that I'm saying is that it wasn't even an option when we were kids.
Yeah. But that whole, like, how did we get the rumor all across America that Marilyn Manson removed a rib so he could suck his own dick? Everyone knew that rumor. And
I never heard that.
Get out of here.
No, I heard that rumor, but I never even thought about.
Like, everyone knew it. Like, if you talk to anybody...
You read this somewhere?
Yes. And so I was like, that's BS. So I go to the comments to fact check, of course, because, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, all over the world knew that rumor. Like, how do we spread that rumor in the freaking early 2000s?
Email.
Oh, God, late 90s.
Email?
I wasn't emailing anyone.
I bet some people emailed people, and they was like, guess what, bitch?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson removed her rib.
My buddy told me. That is a huge game of telephone.
Big game of telephone.
I wonder what it originally started out
Right?
as. That's hilarious to think about, yeah.
Yeah. How do we get that rumor
Well,
all
it took
over?
a long time, I bet, to spread.
Yeah.
A long time.
So
like
we were probably saying it
years after,
Yeah.
a year after
in this
New
little
York.
ass town.
New York.
Yeah, and by then New York's like, what are you talking about? Us little kids in Idaho.
Podunk, Idaho.
Little ass school.
Who's Marilyn Manson? Isn't that the guy that eats people?
Eats people?
I don't
didn't
know.
hear that one.
I swear to God.
There was Ozzy Osbourne eating a bat.
Well, I knew
on
that.
stage.
But I swear, wasn't Marilyn Manson, like, in some trouble for, like...
Cannibalism?
I swear that was a rumor. Now I gotta look it up. I don't have my phone.
Yeah.
We'll have to look that one up. Look at me starting rumors.
Yes.
Game of telephone. Go tell your friends.
Like, he ate people? Let me put my coat on. I gotta go.
My coat on. Let me drop that and go. You do with it what you will.
Right.
You won't tell somebody, go ahead.
Moving along.
So we're going camping this weekend.
Yep.
And I absolutely love camping. I love the mountains. It's the closest thing to the beach to me. I love the beach too, but camping when you're a parent, not even a parent, an adult, is so much different when you didn't have responsibilities.
Yeah.
You gotta make a packing list, especially for the first time.
Courtney's packing list, I'm going to tell you right now. I was like, what are you writing?
Well,
I thought she was doing a chain letter telling people about Marilyn Manson.
Well, I gotta remind myself, because if I don't, I'll forget, like, my face creams. God forbid I forget a face cream. I'm coming knocking on your door. I always forget contact solutions, so then I got to remember. So I go, like, through my day.
Right. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to add the food to it, especially the first time. So you need to, like, ketchup and all that shit in there. Make sure you got coffee, because God forbid you wake up and not have some coffee.
I'd be down at the little store they got.
And then you got dogs. If you're taking dogs, you got to remember their kennels. You got to remember their food.
Yeah.
You got to remember all that.
Oh, I forgot you kennel them even when you go camping.
Yeah. And then I got horses at home and plants at home outside. And it's hot.
Yeah.
Got to remember, have somebody do all that shit.
Yeah.
It feels like a whole bunch of chores to just go have a relaxing weekend.
Yeah.
And then you come home and you got to unpack all that shit.
So I've got, like, the unpacking piece down to a science now, finally.
You make them help.
However many. Hell yeah, I make them help.
But I don't got no kids coming with me.
Still, you stayed at this house. You used my AC.
Mine'll be at work.
Still, he slept in his comfortable bed.
No, he'll be at work when we get home.
Oh, yeah, shit. Never mind. You can't enslave him then.
No. Yeah. And then it's Father's Day, so he'll help. But.
Oh, yeah, he'll help.
It just feels like a lot of chores.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff to remember to go have a relaxing weekend.
Yeah. It is. But, like you said, when we were younger, I didn't think about shit when I went camping.
Mom and Dad sometimes if you went without Mom and Dad, like, you barely had shit to eat. You might have had a hot dog, forgot a bun.
That's like, I can remember being, like, 18 and going camping. I don't even barely know how to put up a tent.
No.
But I figured it out.
Hot dogs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Chips. I
barely had... Nope. That's what I just was going to say. And now you know me and Courtney ain't going camping without 9 gallons of drinking water.
Well, I went to get everything on Walmart, and I was like, I need to get a case of water, and then I was like, add 2. It's only Josh and I. But
80 bottles of water.
I'm going to make sure that I have enough water, because we use it for the coffee too.
Right. So I've started feeling really guilty about the little bottles.
I only do it when I go
camping. Same for me too, but I don't know why. Because it's probably because my kids drink a quarter of the water and then leave the shit around, and they're like, I don't know whose that is. The graduation party. Irritating.
Yeah, we had a lot too.
But I have the gallon bottles.
Yeah, your sister's always done that too.
Yeah. And I actually reuse them. I don't know, like, if that's good for you or not, but I clean them out and then refill them with water right before we go.
I think it's fine as long as water doesn't sit in them.
Yeah.
They say well water sitting in something can get bacteria.
Yeah. I'm probably going to start vomiting on Sunday morning.
But if you clean it out and reuse it, it's fine.
That's what I've been doing, so.
I just
because I'll have all 3 kids.
Yeah. I put the bottles in my big thing and then throw them out.
Yeah.
And then we use them when we in our coffee too.
Yeah. I like the hand motion you got going there.
So we've had a lot of people see us in person and say that they love our podcast, and then we ask them where they listen to, like, do some research, and they tell us that they see the 30-second to 1 minute podcast on Instagram. I love you. I'm not hating on you, but that's not the podcast.
That's not it at all. You got it.
So
go to an app.
Yeah, to listen to because we've had people say, you guys should expand on that and you should do more. So what you need to do is either come see one of us,
right?
Find your children, or go onto your app store on your phone. And the 2 most listened to apps that we find are the podcast app on Apple or Spotify. There's other places you can listen, but those are the 2 most listened to. But if you go to the app store there, and then you go search Adventures of Des and Cort, our show will pop up and you can listen to all of our episodes there.
Not just 35 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. Each episode has been...
We'll put the links below.
Yes.
In the little,
The links will be below.
Check it out.
Oh, most of our episodes are 30 to 45 minutes.
Yep.
So we just try to do a clip to show you guys kind of something funny that we talked about.
Yeah.
So if you would go listen to those, leave a review, share. We really are trying to get us pushed out there. So if you'll share on your stories, tag us, we would love it. We still have our giveaway in the works. We're hoping that we have that by probably August, end of August.
Yeah.
We also wanted to make sure we said Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
To all the dads, but especially to Josh and Corey and Tom.
And Gary.
And Gary.
Lots of good men. The strong silent type, the dads that step up when somebody else didn't.
Yeah.
We just appreciate all the dads and their lawn mowing skills.
Yes. So cheers to you. We hope you guys have a fun weekend. Thanks for listening. See you later, homegirls.